Is that what you want?
Yeah, I just wanted, it's just standard protocol is what's being suggested is that members of the board, if they have the ability to be on video, that they be on video during the meetings.
Are you going to do video as well?
I am. I'm on video.
Oh, it's not showing up on mine.
No?
No, she's showing up.
Okay. It must be me because I'm the only one showing up on video.
It could be the way your settings are.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to see.
All right. So we'll move on to the approval of minutes. I'll make a motion that we accept the following meeting minutes. Board of Selectmen special meeting, February 24th, 2020. The Board of Selectmen special meeting, February 25th, 2020. The Board of Selectmen special meeting, February 26th, 2020. The Board of Selectmen meeting, March 3rd, 2020. The Board of Selectmen meeting, March 17th, 2020. The Board of Selectmen special meeting, March 24th, 2020. The Board of Selectmen special meeting, March 31st, 2020. And of course, last week's was canceled, so I make a motion that we accept those minutes.
All right. The March 24th, I do have some questions about.
So
we have a-
I'll second it.
Okay. I made the motion, Suzanne seconded it, and now we're open to discussion. You can go, Ken.
The only thing that I have is on March 24th when we were discussing the electrical supplier.
Can you turn the light on for me?
Yep.
We did talk about Fort Hill Farms and my concerns with that, which are there.
Right.
But I don't recall, and maybe Dottie can look into this, that I recommended a one-year contract. I know that, you know, part of the conversation with the 300 kilowatt hours that Fort Hill Farms was a year out of, you know, hoping to get online in a perfect world. And that was part of the discussion that we needed to take, keep that in the back of our minds, whatever contract we entered into.
Right. Dottie, we can look into that. I recall it you saying a one-year contract, but.
Well, I do remember that we said that they were a year out from meeting with them in the fall, that they were hoping to be up and going in the next year. So.
What I remember is that you said that could be an option, but I don't know that you recommended it. It could be, you know, something that you put on the table as maybe we could discuss it later on.
Yeah, I just wanted to make everybody aware that if Fort Hill Farm comes online and we're into a 2 or 3 year contract, that could pose a problem, you know, going over to them. With any contract, sometimes there's penalty clauses for, you know, breaking away when they guarantee. So,
right.
You know, that was my main concern. Whether or not they were going to be able to or not, that was just something we needed to keep in the back of our minds as we discuss this further.
Right. What are thoughts as far as possibly tabling that special meeting, approval of that until we get clarification from Dottie?
I'm good with the rest of them other than that one concern there on the 20. I think it was the 24th. Yeah, the 24th. So.
Okay, so additionally, I wanted to point out that on the March 3rd meeting, under agenda item 17, discussion and possible action, under the capital improvement plan, it says decrease road repair by 100,000, add 50,000 to each. The bridge repair and salt shed, and there's in quotes it says result in better salt purchasing prices, and that wasn't the purpose of the salt shed, Dottie. So I was hoping that we could take that part out because the salt shed is more of an environmental concern. It has nothing to do with better salt prices. So if we could, I would accept these minutes of March 3rd with that modification. Okay, she put the thumbs up.
Okay, I can't comment because I wasn't in attendance for that meeting.
Right.
Suzanne, what are your thoughts?
That, honestly, I don't remember discussing that as being an option. I thought it was as a more of a, to start to build up or have a fund available so that when we're ready to move forward with creating a salt shed, that there would be money in the budget already put aside.
Right, we wanted to get moving on the site work. It didn't have anything to do with salt purchasing prices.
No, I don't remember that at all. I remember that coming up during the budget workshops. Oh, no. I know, but that was totally different. Yeah, that was totally different. Yeah.
So I just think it was a
No.
it was just misunderstood.
Yeah. That was not, that was absolutely nothing to do with the salt shed and the 50,000.
Right. Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to accept the minutes, except for March 24th, 2020. We're going to table that. And a correction to March 3rd, 2020.
Correct.
Those are the corrections after the discussion. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, I don't know how to phrase this one. I'm in favor of all of the minutes, taking no action against the 24th. I don't know if I can turn around and abstain from the meeting I wasn't in attendance for.
Yeah, I wonder if we should just, I mean, I was
Actually,
trying to be.
I don't know that you have to abstain.
I don't. I can approve. I can agree.
Right.
Just that make note that I was not in attendance for the that one meeting there.
So Dottie, you'll make note of that Ken was not in attendance for the March 3rd meeting.
And other than that, I for the passing of the motion.
Okay, and we will look into March 24th a little bit in greater detail and get clarification for those meeting minutes. And we'll bring that up at the next meeting. Okay. With that, moving on to correspondence. There was some correspondence that we received, particularly that I did want to make sure that I pointed out while we were in the meeting. So we had correspondence from State Police, Troop D, Teague, and 2 emails that had come in from Dick Trudeau and Renee Alexander in regard to the budget process. Again, strongly urging us, well, I wonder if I should just read the letter.
I've read them.
Did you both read it?
I've read them. I think you can just have it noted on the agenda that they were submitted
Okay,
personally.
thank you. All right. All right, so moving on to selectmen's comments. Any selectmen's comments?
Just a couple of quick thank you to the highway garage. I know that storm had to really, yesterday's storm, I know they were working getting roads cleared up with the debris, especially with the limited crew due to the circumstances of the coronavirus. So my thanks to them for doing an outstanding job as they always do. And to the and a thank you to the Emergency Management Director, Steve Benoit, keeping us all up as to what is going on between the governor and emergency management, everything that is going on with this coronavirus pandemic. So that's it.
Suzanne?
I would just echo Kenny that, thank you for keeping the roads. I know that there were so many different roads closed. It was hard to get out to Aquatic. So I know that they're working really hard. So thank you. I echo that.
And of course, our emergency responders, whether it's fire or EMS, because they're walking into situations that they don't know if somebody's asymptomatic or not. So we can't thank them enough for the job that they're doing out there during these trying times.
I would totally agree with that as well. And that's a good point to make.
Yeah. So with that, I do have some numbers, current numbers on the COVID-19 case in Windham County. There is a total of 87 confirmed laboratory tested cases. In Thompson, there are 8 confirmed cases. That was what was just published tonight. I checked in with Steve and Rich today, or this evening, and Steve's on. So Steve, if you have anything to interject after I get done my comments, please unmute yourself and feel free to speak. So Steve confirmed that there would be 175 more outages that were back up by 7:30 p.m. tonight. Eversource was here working. That would leave approximately 300 outages after that work was done. Steve had been working, trying to get Eversource to Lakeside Drive. It's a dead-end road. It was a blocked road. And as of 6:20 p.m., he had received word that Eversource was there working on getting that road back opened up. As of this afternoon, I had reported to Winnie Radio, thanks to Rich, he had told me that the following roads did have trees down with wires, which caused minor blockages. And that was Labby Road, Galrin Road, Buck Hill Road, Lambert Road, Route 21, and Robbins Road and Baker Road. And hopefully the crews are here and getting to work on those roads. And that's pretty much what I have. The town hall is still continues to be closed to the public, and we're still working alternating shifts to prevent or to encourage social distancing between all of us at the town hall. And that's all I have. Steve, was there anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, I just came back from Lakeside, and they have a crew out there working on that now, open that road, so it won't be a block road anymore. I had to go out and confirm for myself because I've been told stories before. So.
I figured that's why you said you were going out there. I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is Ken. Steve, when was that called in, that it was blocked?
Yesterday, that was called in by Rich, and he called it again today, and QV said they never got the call. But I know Rich called it in yesterday, and he called it in again today. So there's issues with communications at QV as far as getting it into the portal for Eversource right now.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate because I've been thinking about that and how it seemed to be a little bit of a lag response time, and trying to play devil's advocate in that they may also be working half, like teams of team A and team B, like our highway garage is doing. They might have been trying to eliminate some contact as well. So they might be short-staffed. I don't know for certain, but that went in my mind, wondering if that was the case for them like it was for our highway crew.
That's what I'm thinking, but this is a new system now too with the portal, portal for Eversource. So I don't know if they're just not used to it, or it's just not getting sent over there because they're short staff. You know, something like this, when you have a storm like that, you figure they'd call in one person just to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd benefit everybody.
You're notified of any of the closures based on for emergency management and for declarations for aid and so forth, Steve, because you're always on top of this. We know that we've had in the past where sometimes it breaks down at Eversource based on who they've got in the area, but one of the primary is a truly blocked road. I mean, the rest we can live with, and that's one of the things that we always seem to have a problem with in the past, these actual blocked roads that they're slow to respond to.
Well, what I did today, I went out to Lakeside and I took a picture and I sent it to Eversource, and he sent it to Berlin, and then they called, said they got somebody going out there. So probably pictures work better.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Thanks, Steve.
Are there any other comments from our selectmen?
I don't have anything.
No. Okay, so we'll move on to citizen comments. Any citizens' comments, and feel free to unmute yourself and speak. All right, with no comments being voiced, no hands being raised, we'll move on to agenda item 5, which is discussion and possible action for tax options. So a couple weeks ago, the governor presented Executive Order 7S and has basically ordered the governing bodies, which for us would be the Board of Selectmen, to choose one of two programs to help ease the tax burden that people will face as of July 1. It has been recommended by the majority of tax collectors in the area, and Rainey has suggested, our tax collector has suggested that we choose the deferment program. Did you both receive a copy of the two options?
Yes, I did.
Ken, did you receive that? It should have been sent in the packet.
Let me look here. I don't recall seeing it. Doesn't. Let's take a look at this.
And I can certainly explain the two options.
I think it was attached to an email too.
Well, for the residents that are on with us right now, I'll explain. There's two options. Rainey Moran would like us to go, and I tend to agree with him. It's called the deferment program. So typically when you get your tax bills in the mail, you receive them, they're technically due July 1st, but you have until July 30th to pay, and that's interest. There's no interest during that 30 days. What the deferment program will do, it will extend the interest-free period 90 days. So you'll have until September 30th to make your tax payment without penalty or interest. The second option that was given to us by the governor was a low interest rate program. Quality Data, they're the ones that send out the bills. They're highly recommending not going with that. It's sort of a logistical, mathematical nightmare to have to try to figure out a low interest rate program. Rainey would much rather prefer have it simple, no interest for the residents for those 90 days to give them a little extra time to pay their tax bill. It's also going to apply to their water and sewer bills, which they've currently received. So they'll get an extended period of time to pay the water and sewer bill as well. Rainey had calculated roughly that it would cost the town about $20,000 in lost interest to do this program. But I think that's a small amount to sacrifice to help our residents out.
Okay. I would make a motion that we enter into the deferment program and that we authorize the first selectman to sign off on that.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to enter into the deferment program. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, so moving on to agenda 6. Resignations. We have several resignations. Ray Fosher Jr. for the Building Committee, Kimberly Austin, Fire Advisory Committee, Diana Kuchar, Assessor, John Dalton, Inland Wetlands Commission, Kimberly Prescott, Recreation Commission, and Tom Poplawski, Zoning Board of Appeals.
Are you making that motion? Is that what you're?
Yeah, I can make a motion that for those people that we accept their resignation with regret.
And I have no problem seconding that.
Discussion on these resignations?
I just had a question, if I could. Diana Couture, she's completely done, or is she going to stay on and help us in that department? Because I know that we have a new assistant in that department and we're looking for someone.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Diana, once again, is graciously hanging on a little bit longer. It was a tough season for her with the revaluation. She was a little burnt out after it. But she's holding tight because she's dedicated to the town. And as soon as we can get that department sort of in a better situation, she will be taking her retirement again.
Okay, so she postponed the April 3rd. She's
postponed the April 3rd.
Okay, good.
And just touching on with that, we do have did that person take the job for the other person that's retiring in that office?
Yes, and she's started training, and she was working with Claire today. She's been training for 2 weeks now, mostly with Diana in the afternoon, trying to keep the social distancing. Today she officially started working with Claire. Yeah, I think she's going to be a great asset.
Okay, great, thank you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And are we advertising for an assessor?
We are still advertising for an assessor. I would like to try to find an assessor from another town that might potentially work, that might be working part-time at a town and might come here and work part-time. I think we really owe it to Diana to help her find retirement again. So, but we are still actively advertising.
How are we advertising? Or can we look in a different direction, or
with the Connecticut Assessors Association, and we're with CCM. It's just there's a lot of towns looking for assessors, and unfortunately, they were going to begin testing for new students to take the test twice a year, which would have begun this June. And now we had COVID-19 that came along, which might have wiped out some of the applicants we would have.
And that may even put in jeopardy the
Fall
class in June and then the subsequent testing towards October.
Correct.
So the individual that's hired, do they have to have their certifications, or can they be working on?
The person that was hired as the clerk?
No, I mean an assessor coming in.
The assessor coming in, I mean, we really ideally want them to have the CCMA, if I'm correct with that, the one.
It comes down, level 1. The issue at hand is having a certified assessor, is they're the ones that have to sign the documents and verify the grand list once a year.
Right.
And it has to be a certified assessor. That's where the difficulty comes in.
But if Diana was still hanging around, she is certified, correct?
That is correct.
So she's been signing it. I just wondered if somebody came in the door without the certificate and was halfway there or something. They don't actually have to have it if we have somebody to sign off, correct?
You're absolutely correct.
You know what I mean? Because we've been struggling for 5 years.
Whoever is going to sign off has to be comfortable with the work that person that's not certified, because they're putting their name to it.
Okay, yep.
So that's why we were doing in the past, we were trying to do that assessor in training and moving up through, and that didn't come to fruition, but Diana was still there to sign off and we would have made the transition.
Right, and that totally made sense to me. I'm sad that it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that, we have a motion on the floor and a second. All in favor of accepting these resignations with regret?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving on to appointments. Several appointments, mostly to fill some of these vacancies.
I'll make a motion that we appoint David Poplowski to the Building Committee, Matthew Bernier to the Fire Advisory, Constantino Galazzo, Fire Advisory, Ronald Fournier, Fire Advisory, Justine Gendro, Fire Advisory, and Kenneth Weiss to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second, and I will note, Dottie, that for the Building Committee, the term is for David Poplowski, the term to expire 11/15/2020. All of the Fire Advisory Committees the committee members, the term is indefinite. And for Kenneth Weiss, for the Zoning Board of Appeals, he's replacing Tom Popowski, and his term would expire November 21st, 2023. So we have a motion on the floor and a second. Any other discussion on these appointments?
No.
With no further comments, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Agenda item 8. So quite a few weeks ago, I had received an email from Ronald Malone. He's a civilian, but he works at the headquarters of the Air Force District of Washington. He said to me, "Good afternoon. I am trying to obtain some information as to how to obtain a United States military retirement letter of appreciation from a Thompson, Connecticut city authority to honor Air Force Major Heather M. Glinsky on her retirement date of July 1st, 2020, after 23 years of honorable military service. Major Glinsky was born and raised in your town, and we could think of no better way to honor her service than to receive a letter of appreciation from her in her hometown." So we've drafted, and this doesn't need a motion, but what we'd like to do as Board of Selectmen is to present a certificate of appreciation to Major Heather M. Glinsky in gratitude for your 23 years of service in the military. We value all that you have done. On behalf of all Thompson residents, we express sincere appreciation and extend best wishes to you in your retirement. Thank you. And it's signed Amy Sanon, Suzanne Witkowski, and Kenneth Beausoleil. It's Board of Selectmen.
Sounds good.
Very nice.
Yeah, obviously the Air Force is a little near and dear to my heart. Not prejudice in any way. All right, any other business?
I lost my agenda. I hate that when that happens. No, I'm good.
Okay. Suzanne, any other business that you want to bring up?
I have nothing, no.
I have none. I have none either. Any citizens' comments?
Amy, John
Yes.
Rice. John Rice.
John Rice?
I lost my video connection when it came to the appointments.
Okay.
It came up as a weak signal, and Kenny went blank here. So what happened at that? Were all the appointments? I'm interested in the Poplawski on the building committee.
Oh, yes, everything, all the appointments went through.
Okay, approved.
His terms to expire November 15th, 2020.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other citizens' comments? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to agenda item 11, and there are no tax refunds.
Wow.
Sounds good.
So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Well, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Amy, all of those signatures, I can stop by and sign those tomorrow or Thursday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sounds good.
And
Okay,
I will,
thanks, Ken.
I will stop by tomorrow afternoon
Okay, sounds
and
good. We'll
sign
be there.
those. Okay, sounds good.
Thanks,
night,
everybody. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week for the November 21st meeting.
We'll all be on the Zoom for Thursday's meeting for Board of Finance anyway.
Yes.
Yes. Take care. Have a good
All
night.
right. Good
Good night.
Night.